Hello everyone, this is Mr. Appel, and now we're going to look at another situation of adding and subtracting radicals. So now I'm looking at this expression, and it looks at first glance, these are not like radicals. Rad 20 and rad 45 are unalike, so it looks like we can't add them together. But wait, we can. Let's do a little digging. Before we conclude that this is done, take a look at each of those expressions and see, can either of those be simplified? So we should always try to simplify each expression if you can. Well, square root of 20, I'm going to use the perfect square factor method. If you like the factor tree method, you can go off to the side and do that. So the square root of 20, 4 is a nice perfect square that goes into 20, so that becomes rad 4 times rad 5. And the square root of 4 is 2, so that just becomes 2 rad 5. That was really sloppy. I'm going to make that a little prettier. And then over here, the square root of 45 is the square root of 9 times the square root of 5, because 9 times 5 is 45. And the square root of 9 is 3, so that becomes 3 times the square root of 5. And again, that's really hard to read, I'm sorry. And now it turns out, after simplifying, that those two expressions are in fact alike, and so you can take this a step further and combine them together to get 5 times the square root of 5. Now in this particular case, after simplifying, those two were able to be combined together to get this simpler expression, but you could easily have a situation where that doesn't happen, in which case you just leave it as simplified as possible. General rule is simplify as much as you possibly can and then stop simplifying. That's all for now. Thanks.